And this is, maybe you could bring this back to the Human Rights Council, the issue of Sri Lanka, and I note that they're being made the chair of the Commonwealth at the moment, and that Canada has refused to attend the meeting of the Commonwealth nations because Sri Lanka has been made the chair, because in the space of a little over 100 days it killed somewhere between 40,000 and 70,000 civilians, and kept on telling them that there'll be a no-fire zone there. And the report was quite clear that they literally targeted the no-fire zone. And there was a UN report on. The Secretary General sat down with the President of Sri Lanka, who himself, along with his brother, who was the Minister for Foreign Affairs, had not been held to account. Now, there certainly is a case for war crimes and crimes against humanity. And, you know, on individual cases of clear violation by a country of war crimes, and the requirement, the investigation was done by the United Nations, but the follow-up, like some of the recommendations by the United Nations, included asking Sri Lanka to do some investigation. Like, they're clearly not capable. I mean, the investigation by the United Nations and others was quite clear that there was questions to be answered at army level, all the way up to the Commander-in-Chief of the army, but also at a political level. And what is Ireland doing, I suppose, in relation to that? And maybe we would raise it at the next meeting of the UN Human Rights Council, and see, is there going to be progress on that? Because the President of Sri Lanka, now being made the chair of the British Commonwealth, is nothing short of rewarding what is nothing but criminals, war criminals. Let's call them what they are. Like, he as a leader of a country, orchestrated an attack and told his generals to create no fire zones where people were told they would be safe. And every time they moved into the no fire zone, they were targeted by the Sri Lankan military, leading in the deaths, resulting in the deaths of tens of thousands of innocent civilians. There was war crimes on both sides, to make no bones about that. But maybe that's something that Ireland should look at. And I know that your instructions are, these are two areas that we're going to look at. We do not get these opportunities to go on, as you are well aware and have said, a very prestigious organisation, and yet don't grab the opportunity and say, well, okay, we're going to upset some people by what we're going to do. But, like, if you're on the UN Council to make friends of the whole world, well, then we will definitely achieve nothing. And I'm not by any way saying that's anything to do with, it's our Department of Foreign Affairs, but we have a Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, and we don't have a human rights minister or a committee that can help you and assist you and, you know, do some of the heavy lifting and say the President of Sri Lanka is most certainly eligible for a trial by The Hague in relation to war crimes. Yet the UN isn't able to tackle them, and did a report, and I'd love to know what the UN hopes to do next, and maybe Ireland should lead the charge, because, as you're well aware, we're not a member of the Commonwealth, so we're not too worried about him being President of the Commonwealth.
Okay, Mr. Radford.